Hello Commanders and welcome to this video for Infinite Lagrange. Today we finally will take a look into the fleet that I did set up, and as you can see it is flying here. As mentioned in all the videos before, but maybe you didn't watch all of them. If you missed them, you should really take a look. We are going to run a maximum of destroyer and nothing bigger than that. We do have 5 Guardians, we do have I think 13 or something AC 721 dual purpose. We do have Cirrus aircraft carriers as well as Cirrus support. We have some Xeno Stingers because they are just amazing. And very important, the Carillion for the front line. And then we fill these up with the best fighters and corvettes we can find. So as promised, while we see the fight in the background, let's take a look on the blueprints I am using. I use for the front line, and that is very important, I use the famous Carillion special. Why the special? As said, as they are frontline, you want something in the front row, and they are very high evasion. And then you want to get all the additional evade and decreased hit chance that you can get. Don't forget to get the additional reduced hit rate by guided weapons here. I don't really use the strategy because it takes 1 minute 30 to activate, and my fights are only around 3 minutes, so it would very likely only happen once per fight. And for that, it does not really cut it, in my opinion. And I'm doing very well with the skill setup. So this is very likely the most important ship. I do also have the Xeno Stinger here. This is pure additional damage. You can use whatever you want. I just would recommend that you use something that's in the back or in the middle row, not in the front row. So that would be the only recommendation I would have there. As we only use frigates and destroyers, you are fine with having only frigates in the front row, because all the standard attack priorities, they will always look for frigates or destroyers in one of the other order, but they will first check for these 2 ships in the front row, and as you have one of these ships in the front row, you will be fine. Now, you need to bring in some nice fighters and corvettes. I am very lucky, I have the CVT-800. It is set up for maximum damage. We start with increasing the hit rate. There's not much hit rate, unfortunately, we can add. I did get the target selection time down to 95%. If you didn't watch the video about the secrets of aircraft, don't forget to watch this. So the lock-on time now is only 0.4 seconds. And then we start getting the hit rate, additional weapon cooldown. We will also get more damage till we have all the slots occupied. As we talked about the target selection, we do have also some points that we can put here, because this way I can put more points in other enhancements in the weapon system. Now, the Nebula Chaser B and the Cellular Defender, they are new. They are not very high skilled yet, you can see this here. Same thing there, we will start with the hit rate. Hit rate is most important. If you don't hit, you don't do damage at all. I also want to get the crit chance, it is really nice, but these are just DPS, so if you don't have these, I think the CVT-800 is a very important part here. The Nebula Chaser and the Cellular Defender, they are nice additional damage, but they are not so essential, so I will not go into the detail here. If I go into all details, it will take way too long. Next, I do have the Spores and the Zentrakes. The Spores, they work very well. They can be used for anti-aircraft, and they can also still do a little bit of anti-ship damage, and can even take out enemy ships' systems. Same thing there. Check my secrets about aircraft. There are some tricks with the Spore. You want it to have a longer lock-on time, and this is something we take into account when skilling the weapon, as well as on which kind of carrier ship we put it. So not carrier as class, but carrier as type of ship. I can't tell you why my Centrics perform so badly at the moment. I will get them up. As you see, they are not very high leveled. If I don't get them better, I will very likely switch the Vitas in instead of the Centrics, just to get more anti-ship damage. I wanted to put in some Eldabras, but I don't yet have enough command points. I'm still building up my base. So what I have are Guardians, 5 dual purpose Guardians. They are specially set up for bringing in the cellular defenders. So they do not come with any lockdown reduction time, and they are mainly built for increased damage. So we have the RTB, we have damage of the aircraft. We do not increase the hit rate, because the cellular defender can already increase the hit rate by 25%. They have an 85% base hit rate, so they are fine. That's why I put the Guardian here on full damage in the enhanced system. Now, same thing again. If you didn't watch it, watch the other video I made about this. It is really, for me, it's helping a lot seeing which ship I put where, and then make them synergize as good as possible. The Cirrus is bringing in the support type for the repairs. The aircraft type is bringing in my first fighters. On it I do have the Spore and the Centric. So what do we have? We have increased hit rate, we have RTB, and then we go for the damage. I am hoping to get the Tundra aircraft carrier, and if I get that one, that would be where I put the Centric, then with lockdown time decrease. Yeah, so these are the main ships I am using here. And the AC-721, a ship where I was always thinking it is not of much use, but let's be honest, it only requires 8 command points. You can have 15 of these, not only 10 like for most of the other ships. And yeah, it brings in 2 corvettes. So we have the RTB reduction, we do have the increased hit rate. We do run the CV-T800s as well as a Nebula Chaser on this one, and then I do not put the lock-on time in it. I still have 1 slot left. This one, I probably then will put it into the lock-on time, that I can remove the lock-on time from the CV-T800 and put the tech points into something different. But till they are leveled up, this is the setup how I did it. And I think one very important thing to note or to think about is we are now having a maximum of destroyers, meaning as soon as you are able to build aircrafts, and this happens here in phase 5 of your base, you can already build this fleet. The destroyers are already available in phase 3, which is nice, but you know, without the aircrafts it wouldn't help us. But you can build the aircraft hangar, the aircraft assembly line in 5, and you saw it, you can go versus level 10 pirates with the setup already. There's nothing required from the higher levels. Yes, sure, I now do have a little extra command points in my fleet. So we are running right now not with 300 command points, but where can I see it? Here. With 403. We do have 5 Guardians that we sent in there with reinforcement, so that's 45, meaning we run around 350 command points. But I can tell you, if you run this with only 300 command points and then 5 reinforcements, you will do just perfectly fine. Yeah, so that's the setup I have there. I am really pleased. So far I only found one major disadvantage. While I can fly in these areas here, the scattered asteroid belts, where you're not allowed to take anything larger than destroyers. I cannot go, or it is not recommendable to go in these areas that are under radiation, because this is a forecast. Where do we have it? We will get damaged. As you can see here, there's a radiation belt. Destroyers, frigates, and small medium utility ships receive structural damage. That's so far the only disadvantage I found here. For these areas, it will be better to use some big ships. Everything that is larger than a destroyer. But for PvP, for fast things, for early game, this really works like a dream, and I hope you have the chance to try it. Let's see, I'm still trying to get my Tundra. 12 hours left on this one. Let's see if we can speed it up. Speed it up enough to already get it now. 7, 5. Oh, we're getting close. 2 hours. Okay, it is close. We might be able to get there when we do our trade. So yeah, for the videos, that's it. That's all the information I wanted to share with you. If you want to see what I will get with my research agreement, you can stay here. I will just get the stuff to get it, and I am hoping for a Tundra B. That would be another ship that I can use to bring in fighters. And yeah, let's see. Here we go, 16 minutes, there we are. So we only went to the second level, because if I want to get the Tundra, I can only use 2 filters. So that means with this, we will already draw the blueprint now. We will press OK, and damn, this is a lucky season for me. This is a very, very lucky season. I got the Tundra B. So why do I want the Tundra B? It carries 2 fighters. It got the Tundra aircraft carrier, which increases the aircraft evasion already by 10% and increases the hit rate against aircraft by another 10%. So putting the Centric inside there, which is an anti-aircraft ship, is really, really good. Let's see, we can reduce the target lock-on time. Perfect for the Centric. RTB, perfect. We do have additional hit rate, perfect. Damage will be also very nice. And that's it. So that's how I will set it up. I will set it up with reduced lock-on time, RTB, increased hit rate as the 3 first high priority ones. And then after this, increasing the damage, putting the Centrics inside, and maybe even the Spores. We will have to see about this, but for the Spores, I don't want to reduce the lock-on time too much. So you see me very happy again in this video. I got the Tundra B version now, exactly the ship I was hoping for to get with this research agreement. And yeah, thank you all for watching. Give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next video.